sea ice is really the linchpin of so many systems in Antarctica. The ecology is one really big thing. So a lot of birds like penguins depend on it, but also microorganisms like phytoplankton and krill that sustain the whole food web above them. They really rely on the light being blocked out actually by the sea ice in the summer, and their timing of breeding is regulated by that. But what really worries scientists at the moment is that the sea ice around Antarctica is very, very reflective to sunlight. And when it disappears, the ocean just soaks up that heat because it's a very dark surface. So warming of the region can melt ice sheets, glaciers, things that really do contribute to sea level rise.
It's mildly terrifying to hear that an area the size of Egypt is the reduction we're talking about. What do you notice just when you look out the window where you are?
Yeah, we've been here since March, and the sea ice has been really, really thin and very ephemeral. So as soon as it shows up, a big gust of wind can just push it down into the water and melt it. So it's frustrating for our science in terms of what we can actually learn from this kind of sea ice, but it's also dangerous for us to work on. So it's been a very difficult season for us.
Well, tell us more about that. How does this affect your work and your research?
So our main goal is to go out on the sea ice, walk around on it or ski on it when it's thin, and measure it with radar instruments and also thermometers and various laser scanners. So we end up spending full days out on the sea ice, but as soon as a gust of wind comes up, especially when it's blowing off the shore into the sea, we have to be really concerned about just being blown out to sea. So normally there will be helicopters and boats on standby, but in the Antarctic winter, things are a little bit different and we have to be a lot more cautious.
Tomorrow, we are expecting GLAMOS, the Glacier Monitoring Group in Switzerland, to release their data showing annual glacier loss there. Last year, that reached a record high of 6% glacier loss. That, combined with the loss we're seeing here in Antarctica, what does that tell us about the bigger picture?
Yeah, we're still pulling together the picture from this year for the sea ice, but we are seeing a really alarming trend. Since 2016, we've seen persistently low sea ice extents, and the data's starting to emerge as well that it's thinner than usual. And certainly sea ice surrounds the continent of Antarctica and it almost protects those floating ice shelves that themselves protect the ice sheets from sliding into the sea. So there's a very sensitive interplay between the ocean and the glaciers in Antarctica, and we have really good reason to be worried about the conditions this year.